Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Review Box. I am your host, Jacob.
And I'm Nick.
And we're here to talk about the PITT Season 2. We recently just reviewed Season 1, and I think that was a pretty standout show. We talked about kind of the breakdown of it, kind of our favorite episodes. We'll do pretty much the similar thing here. We won't get into too much. We're not going to summarize or anything. We're just going to give you a slight breakdown of the show. How did Season 2 improve on Season 1? You know, what was our favorite episode, not so favorite? Did any characters improve? Stuff like that. So I'll start off with you.
Yeah, howdy. It's been a while. Haven't seen you in a long time.
I know, it feels like forever. But as you can see, we're also not in the normal Review Box
still not
territory.
home.
So we're still stuck somewhere.
Yeah, we're still out and about. But no, going into it, if you haven't seen our review for Season 1, go watch that, come back. And if you did, hello. If you watched that one, good. For sure, always watch the PITT. Always watch the show we're reviewing before watching the podcast. I want to make this clear. Even if we had like a 3-hour podcast about this show, it wouldn't do it justice because of how good this show is.
Absolutely not.
So let's get into it. This takes place 10 months after Season 1, and it's 4th of July. It's an emergency room, and it's 4th of July.
What could possibly go wrong?
Again, the show is following the same format that the entire season takes place in one day.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to open up. I really didn't like Robbie this season.
He was a bit controversial in this season. I saw a lot of fans online going like, what the heck's up with Robbie? Why is he being such a jerk now? Like, I don't get it. But we were talking about it like in the past. It's just it kind of carries over from Season 1. He's still got a lot of his own PTSD from COVID. We didn't really talk about it in our Season 1 review, but he has some trauma regarding his mentor, Dr. Adamson. He had unfortunately, he was on, I think, ECMO or something. He was on a breathing machine, and he unfortunately had to unplug it because he had to use it to save a little girl, who also tragically passed. He wasn't able to save either one. So he's just trying to resolve that trauma. And in this one, he's a lot more abrasive. He's not as empathetic in a way. There are certain moments we can get into later on in the season where he's just not the same. So he's very broken right now. We later find out he's kind of suicidal. So was there a moment that kind of stood out to you? Why?
Well, it's just like throughout this season, like I get it. He's kind of, I don't want to just be like a midlife crisis because that sounds too like
he's
bland.
way too old for that.
But yeah, a late life crisis. No, I'm just kidding. That sounds fucked up. Excuse my language. But it's like, I get it. He's putting these walls up, but it's just like, I felt like from Season 1, it's like, did we not learn anything? Like,
well, how do you mean?
Okay. Oh, I don't want to say it like that. I'm not saying that in Season 2 he should have been a better person. I just felt like, if anything, he's gotten worse. And he's basically talking about the sabbatical, but he does make it ominous in the sense of like, I'm just going to drive until the wheels fall off because he has a motorcycle.
He's got no plan, by the way. Everyone keeps asking, what's your plan? He's like, I'm just going to keep driving and
like this kind of like find myself kind of situation. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, I get it. And he's going through a lot, but it's like, I don't know. You know what it was? I think this is where it got me mad was how many times Jack, right?
Dr. Abbott,
Dr. Abbott from the night shift. How many times Jack was talking to him and like trying to break these layers down with Robbie, and Robbie just like, he was just no give. Like, I'm not talking about like in one episode, you know, he should like obviously be like, okay, I'm go lucky Robbie now. Like, but it's just like, oh my gosh, this guy is so hardened and has a tough shell, which I understand because it's where he works. Probably did that to him for sure. And I'm just like, dude, like, let one of these walls break down. Like, he's talking to you like as a friend. Like, he's trying to save you so much. And I kind of got the attitude of like, no. Like, I kind of got that, but it's like, I'm not saying it was horrible. It was good because, you know, people are like that, but
it was frustrating as a viewer, like, just open up, bro.
Yeah, it felt like at one point it did feel a little like repetitive because I was like, give me something, like just a little bit, just a tiny bit.
Well, we get it towards the end where he has his breakdown, but again, this carries over from Season 1 because we did a rewatch, but it's like towards the end of that season, he was just very burnt. He was very angry. Like, he was angry at Langdon, angry at himself, angry at the whole situation, how the hospital's kind of being run. He was just very burnt by it. And then angry at these patients for like doing stupid things. Like we didn't talk about it in season 1, but there was like this parent who keeps looking at their phone. They're Googling, like, do you remember that?
Yeah.
But anyways,
But
different season.
this,
But
yeah.
it's like
In season
he's
2,
so
yeah.
angry from that season. And it has been 10 months, but clearly he's not resolved any of that. He doesn't go to therapy. Even Dr. Abbott told him, like, come on, you should probably go do therapy. Tells him again this season. And it's just, he has clearly unresolved issues that he just does not want to open up to. And obviously later on, it's revealed that he is going to, it's revealed very, you see breadcrumbs that he is probably going to kill himself. He is probably just going to drive this cliff off like a cliff and just never come back. He tells Dana, like, we find out there's a great scene between him and Dana. They're like, I forget why he's in the coffee break room. And she's like talking to him, like, like if you were my son, like, I would spank you or something. I would punish you. And he's like, well, first of all, you're not my mom, because my real mom, she left. She abandoned me. And she's like, oh, I didn't know that. He's like, yeah. He's like, who gives a fuck? Like, why would I tell you that? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, And she keeps trying to talk to him. And like, she's like, when you get back, he's like, well, maybe I don't want to come back. It's just, and it's just, he has a later talk with Abbott we can get into later. But it's just, he's just a very broken man. And it's just, you really see the layers of him in this season. And I don't know, just, I could tell it really got to you, but it got to a lot of fans. He's the main character. Like, I could understand, like, why didn't he learn anything? But we're seeing one day in the life of these characters. Like, and it's real life. Most people don't have a character arc. Like, this isn't a regular show. It's just, learn
I
everything.
feel like he still does have the character arc. I just want to say, like,
sort of.
oh, I didn't like it, but it's
No.
I feel like that's bland. It's more of like, okay, this is where we're going with him. Like, he's getting worse, and it's just, I just wanted him. I guess I just wanted him to give me a glimpse of hope, and they didn't do it.
They did it in the last episode when he's holding.
Yeah,
baby
I know. I
Jane
can
Doe.
see, but then there you go again. It takes like 14 episodes to just get
Again, but it's this is a 15-hour day. I get what you're saying. Like, if you're not willing to devote, trust me, I watch Grey's Anatomy, man. That show, I needed to get like freaking 20 seasons in for this stupid one character to finally open up, and I hated this guy.
I feel
I'm used to it.
I don't want to. I get sidetrack very quickly. Like, have you ever seen Gilmore Girls?
Yeah, my roommate Julie, she's all up into that show. I only saw it passingly. Like, I would eat breakfast in the room, and I would see her watching it. I've seen it very sparingly.
Just real quick, literally, like, the main character, she just like has this big this big correlation with her mom, and like my mom's like controlling, but and she's a grown woman, by the way, and she's talking about her mom who's older.
Yeah, I know they're both.
Yeah. So like, it's not Lorelai, not the daughter. Okay, they're both named Lorelai, by the way.
Okay.
The mom and the daughter are both named Lorelai, which is something else. But Lorelai, the mom, has problems with her moms. Like, she has mean mommy issues.
Okay.
But dude, I am talking about, I forgot how many seasons this show is. And like, I've sat there and I watched basically every season, like, against my will. And I was just literally sitting there like, Lorelai, either get over it, dude, because this is the most repetitive storyline over and over and over every single season of like, my mom's out to get me, she doesn't like me, like, and I'm just like, oh, like, it's just so frustrating because it's like,
I blame the writers up in that.
It's like, why are we in this like circle? And obviously, just to go straight back to the pit, I'm not saying like the pit's gonna do that with Robbie, because it's like, they can only like have it where Robbie's just like getting worse and worse so many times.
I mean, they could. He gets worse and worse and worse. And if I don't know, like, do you think I don't think they will with him, but like, do you think the pit would like kill any main characters off?
I don't know. It's still it's only 2 seasons in. I mean, the show in season 2, there is characters missing, like Heather, who I felt her story was really good in season 1. We didn't bring it up in the review, but imagine, like, she's going to work in a medical field and she's literally going through a miscarriage while she's at work. That was very like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then she was gone in season 2, and I was so looking forward to see her character and like her you like I honestly wanted to like that was a character where I was like, okay, I want to see what's her thing in season 2.
I think the reason she didn't come back, it wasn't that the writers didn't like her or anything. It's just that I think she got kind of big. I think she got another opportunity somewhere. I didn't read too deep into it. They're like, we'll miss her. We wish she could stay, but we wish her the best.
Yeah.
So
okay, I mean, it leaves the door that she could come back season 3.
yeah, fingers crossed.
Because now it's such a big show. You know what I mean? By
Mhm.
this season 2, yeah. Anyways, but no, yeah, Robbie, you know, he's the main character, and I feel like he just doesn't get better. I think he does get worse,
But you
which
know
is
who
his
did-
character arc.
But you know who did get better? Langdon got better.
Langdon did get better. But just to close off with Robbie, when he's talking to Jack, I think like I did like when Robbie was like, "And what about you? Like you feel alive when you're getting shot at, or like something like that of like doing these big things."
Well,
and
he's
all
just
that.
like, he's throwing it back at him. Like, well, you have nothing to stand on. Like, you throw your life on the line all the time. Like, and now you're getting all mad at me because I want to go like on a spirit quest or whatever. So
Yeah, it's so their dynamic is great.
yeah, they're the
Their dynamic is great.
dynamic duo.
Robbie's character arc, I think he just keeps going downhill. He keeps spiraling basically throughout
Mhm. 'Cause he's
throughout
not-
the season.
Because Dr. Abbott, he actually goes to therapy. He's like, but he's just like,
Yeah. Yeah, he just won't be like, yeah, dude, I messed up.
Yeah.
He does eventually, but it's like, come on, man. But just to move on to like Langdon comes, it's Langdon's first day after being suspended for 10 months. And
and keep in mind, I think only the people that know why he was suspended, quote unquote, because he still has his license, are I think Dr. Robbie, obviously Santos, and later on Dr. King, Dr. Melissa King, my favorite character.
Yeah.
She gets told. I think that's kind of it. Like, I don't know if
no,
Dana
and
knows.
I'm sorry, I can't think of her name.
Alashimi.
The new doctor.
She finds out. She doesn't know until later on.
No,
in the
yeah.
season.
There's a new doctor that's going to take over for Robbie. while
Dr.
he's on
Alashimi. She's kind of the new.
was on sabbatical.
She's going to come in when Robbie's on sabbatical, his 3-month sabbatical, and she's like kind of the new doctor. She's like, she's gonna take over the pit. She comes up with these new ideas, like, we should rename the pit. Let's use AI, which is a very big topic nowadays. But like just certain things that kind of rub Robbie the wrong way. He's like,
No, 100%.
So it's like stuff like that. So like she's
Yeah.
a new doctor, and you kind of think like she's gonna get set up to be like, ooh, the antagonist or something. But again, the show's really great. All the writers are phenomenal. They make her a 3-dimensional character. She has parts of her you're like, I don't like. Other parts of her where you're like, okay, I agree with you. So it's like that. She's a very good standout character. You find out more about her. She kind of has a secret that she's kind of hiding. It gets hinted at episode 1 and carries over to later episodes until it's revealed that she kind of suffers from seizures. And it's like she kind of opens up to Robbie too. And like later on, and she kind of takes him over to a room. Like, she kind of shows him like he doesn't know it's her kind of medical history. He's going over it. And he kind of connects the dots like, oh, is this you? You suffer from seizures? And she's like, yes, I do. I forget what the specific type it is. But anyways, it's just like you could tell she's kind of hoping to like, not that she necessarily wants his approval, but she just wants him to kind of give her the thumbs up. Like, oh, okay, like, because she gives him like, oh, I already talked to my own doctor. She's going to prescribe me some, these pills and these other stuff that's going to help me to like still be a good doctor here. And she's kind of hoping to a thumbs up from him. And he's like,
He just snaps on her.
he's like, what? He's like, you suffer from seizures? Like, no, you absolutely cannot work here. Like, you could be doing like a intense procedure and like you'll freeze up and then the patient could die. And she's like, they're just going back and forth at each other basically. And it's just like, they don't come to a consensus. The season kind of ends on them kind of being on kind of bad terms. Mm-hmm. And he kind of threatens, again, Langdon kind of gets brought up because like they're kind of fighting, and she's like, well, like, I don't think you could be a good doctor here. And she's like, well, I mean, you didn't fire Langdon for stealing benzos. Like, what was up with that? Like, you allow him to work here. But,
Yeah.
So I don't know. And then still your favorite character, Santos, is still giving him shit. Like, he has a lot to make up for. I don't know if you agree. Like, do you?
With Langdon?
Langdon, he has a lot to make up for.
No, okay. So with Langdon, to move away from Robbie, to just go on Langdon real quick, like, basically, he kind of has that redemption.
He's trying to redeem himself.
Yeah, he's like trying to redeem himself because like of the painkillers and like Santos. Like, don't get me wrong, Santos has all the right to not want to trust him. But again, dude, this character, dude, maybe it's just me personally. Like, It's funny is like I can't really say I've ever met anybody like Santos in my life, but God, she's just so annoying to me. Like the actor does a great job diving into that character. Like, and again, I'm not like suggesting that like Langdon should have been like, oh, I'm clean now. Like be cool with me. Like, okay, I get it. No, it's gonna be a little more, but I'm just like Santos, like he's trying, like he's coming up to you, he's talking to you, like.
Well,
dude. Okay, I guess what I'm coming to is this show does a good job of just. I don't want to say like the show is satisfying, but dude, it's just like it's like it makes you work for it by watching it to get like.
You gotta earn it. You gotta earn those moments.
Like you gotta earn it, and it's good. Like that's what makes it so like. Okay, I can't when there's a season 3, I'm gonna watch it, and if like I'm talking shit about the character, I'm still gonna tune in next week to be like, what's happening?
But it's like we talked about like kind of Santos like why is she being such a jerk to him, and like he is trying to redeem himself with certain characters, and it's like with her like she has every right to be like nah, screw this guy, because like he just talked down to her a lot. She had we had talked about in our season 1 review. She did kind of have her reasons why, like she was kind of overstepping, but it's like I can understand from her point of view, like why would I forgive this guy? Like, because she brings it up too. Like I was like when I kind of outed him, like I became like the outcast, the pariah. Like why does he get to come in? The golden boy gets to come back and everyone loves him, but I get like I become a social pariah and no one wants to mess with me. And it's like. But okay, we'll talk about that. But
no. Go, let's just stay on that. I hear that from her, and it's just like it's because it's the way you act still. Like it's the way you talk, like the way you talk to people still. Like I get it. Like you came in, you snitched on the golden boy, and like he obviously he needed to get snitched on. That sounds crazy, but it helped him, and he even tells her that. You know what I mean? I was like. When I saw that moment, I was like, finally, I was waiting for this moment. But it's just like the way just the way that character is written gets under my skin, dude.
I mean, because like even like Garcia, who like later on in the 10-month kind of time skip, like Dr. Garcia, one of the surgery doctors, they kind of have a fling going on, and Santos wants more. Dr. Garcia's like, no, but she's trying to like, Santos is trying to talk to her like, emotionally about this. I'm just like, whoa. Like, if you want to have ramen in bed, I'm your gal. But if you want to talk about like deep stuff like this, kind of like hang out for like 4th of July stuff like, couples do, that's different.
Yeah.
But, like, and then she's like, it's like, oh, and then she also talks about like, again, Lang brings up Langdon, and she's like, well, I mean, because you're very abrasive. Like, like you said, like the way you talk to people, like, can you blame them if they're going to treat you like this? Like maybe so it's like stuff like that. So like, and another character I did not like, we can keep going on Santos, but like, another character that also rubbed me the wrong way was Ogilvy, one of the new student doctors. I hate that guy, bro.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I did not like that guy.
We can stay on Santos if you want, but we'll give like a brief overview because we're talking about.
Okay, I swear, didn't he just get cut out?
Kind of, because he was gone for a couple episodes because I guess he was going to go into surgery with another doctor, do some kind of procedure, and you find him later on towards the end of the season, like he's just kind of like, a patient died on his watch, so he's just kind of outside, kind of frozen, like he's all bloodied up, and Whitaker has to come and talk to him, like kind of talk him down. He's like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Stuff like that. So it's
that guy,
he's a know-it-all, man. He's just a huge know-it-all. So.
It was like, dude, I get you're knowledgeable, but you got to like put that to the side because now you're in it. Like, you know what I mean? It's different now. Like,
yeah, you can be all book smart, but like,
totally here it is. Like, here it goes. And then like, It like when he was talking to the addict with McKay, correct?
Yeah, the one that has to get her leg debrided and stuff.
Yeah, and he's like, well, why why are you an addict? like that's, and it's like we didn't even get to talk to her on the other episode, but
Dr. McKay.
Yeah, I love her.
Oh, she's fantastic.
And it's so funny. Great just actress. Side note, I did not know she was in the Chucky series, and she was also in the Cult of Chucky and the Curse of Chucky movies.
That's crazy. Who was she, a main character? Or?
No, yeah, like the main character. Like she was a main character in those 2 movies and a supporting character in the show. And I literally didn't connect that until my second rewatch of season 1 when I just happened to be like, oh, I wonder what your name is. And I searched her up and I'm like, that's her. Wow. Like I didn't know she had range like that. And that's when I was like, wow, like she's killing it in this show. But anyways, Yeah, that character, he's a pain, man. Kind of let's see. You know what? I think, like, just to be brief on it, like, to move off from the characters, I think like, for me personally, the most impactful episode kind of spanned a couple episodes. It's more of a storyline, but with that dad who, like, was on Medicare, and
he has diabetes.
basically, yeah, like, he's like, hey, I can't be here because I got to go to another shift to support my family.
I can't afford it. I already have medical bills.
Yeah, and he's like, I can't pay for it. And then, you know, his stubborn, I don't want to say his stubbornness kind of killed him, in the sense, like, his daughter was trying to help, but I get it. He's being, like, he wants to be that man provider of the family, and, like,
it's kind of, well,
yeah, it basically, what it showed to me personally, like, watching it, like, I, you know, connected with the real world, like, you know, that's a lot of men in life, like,
machismo culture. So
yeah, it's just like, and I'm just like, dude, like, just take the help, man. Like, I get it, but, like, put your pride away, because here we go. He's sick. He leaves because he's like, I can't pay these medical bills, and that's another problem in America with healthcare. And then the show, I think this show shows it a little better in season 2 than it did 1.
And plus, they're illegal too. I think
The dad was?
I think they both are. Like,
oh no, dang. Okay. Oh my gosh, yeah. And then
ICE gets involved in this.
Oh my God, ICE is in this season. That's a whole thing. But it's just sad because, you know, the dad dies basically.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I don't know if he dies. They do save him, but
I thought he died. No,
I could have sworn, like, we thought we were going to die, but then remember they did, like, a procedure on his head, and then, like, they were able to kind of save him.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
But it's like he's going to have to go through all this recovery, and, like, and then even this medical lady that Robbie's dating now, I forget her name.
Yeah,
it's like she's like, because they were trying to get her on, like, I think get them on Medicare or Medi-Cal or something, but they couldn't. They could
only pay for half of the bills.
Something like that. But now she was like, oh, well, now that this is happening, now we could pay for like 75% of the bill or something like that. I'm like, lady, this is not the time. Like, all right, thanks.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. Yeah. Thanks for your sales pitch.
Thanks a lot, lady. Like,
no,
now you can.
I hear you. What was an episode or storyline that was impactful for you?
Episode 3, I know early on in the season, but it's like there was so much going on in this particular episode. There was a motorcycle crash guy, like, this kind of hits Robbie hard. Like, everyone's kind of like, oh, see, this is what happens when you don't wear a helmet, Robbie. Because in the first episode, you see him, like, driving past an ambulance. He has no helmet. So, like, obviously that's kind of hinting at, like, he's kind of reckless right now. They have the Asian couple who gets into a car crash. They just had this giant fight. And they're both, like, at first, like, the husband's kind of sort of paralyzed. And he's kind of unconscious going in and out, trying to figure out why he's paralyzed. And, you know, she's like, no, don't worry about me. Take care of my husband. And, like, she reveals, like, you know, we just had this giant fight. You know, he didn't even want to go on this trip with me. Like, he just had to work. And I just said some horrible things. Like, please don't let him die. So then they're able to kind of help him. And then right as, like, he's okay, she collapses because something's wrong with her spleen. She has a bunch of internal bleeding. And then he's, like, saying the same thing. Please, like, save her. Like, I said some horrible, horrible things. And, you know, like, there's that beautiful moment, and then they have the little girl who's, like, peeing blood, and, like, they're trying to, like, Santos is trying to figure out, like, what's happening with this kid. They think the dad's probably abusing her, and it's later on revealed that she has a disease or something. She has kind of disorder that's kind of makes her easy to bruise because she plays soccer and stuff.
Yes, yeah.
So it's like she has her own trauma. Santos has her own trauma with, like, you know, men. So it's like it kind of teaches her, like, not to, like, I know in season 1 she found out, like, a little girl was being sexually abused. She was thinking the same thing now, but this is a good teaching moment. Like, maybe not everyone's painted with the same brush. Like, not everything's the same. And there's another one. This one's probably my favorite right here. It was the kind of abrasive guy Dr. McKay was treating. I don't know if you remember him. He was going in and out. He was being a dick sometimes, and he was like, he comes in with a nosebleed. Like, he gets like, oh, I just fell in the dark. I don't know why. And, like, she's trying to figure out, like, because he also has a messed up wrist. Like, his story's not really adding up, and he keeps going in and out, like, being nice, being a jerk. And then it's revealed that he has a tumor, like, in his frontal lobe or something, which is contributing to, like, his kind of mood swings. And on his emergency list is his ex-wife. And she's like, why did you call me? Like, you know, why am I still on his list? Like, we've been divorced for years. And, you know, again, she finds out that he has a tumor in his head. And then she's like, oh my God. And she's asking Dr. McKay, like, you know, the reason why we got divorced is because I married him. When I first married him, he was so kind and sweet. But later on, he just became different. He became not abusive, but just aggressive out of nowhere. And I guess that's the reason why I divorced him. And she's married with a new husband. And she's like, could that have maybe contributed to it? And she's like, it's possible. So then they have the husband and the ex-wife, they have or the ex-husband, ex-wife, they have a beautiful moment inside his room. And he's like, oh, you remarried? She's like, yeah, I did. And she's kind of fiddling with her ring too. And she's like, he's like, good, you deserve it. You deserve to be happy. Like, I'm happy for you. And then they just have this beautiful moment. And he's like, you didn't have to come. And she's like, but I did. And then as she's kind of leaving the hospital, she tells Dr. McKay, can you leave me on the emergency list in case he needs me? She's like, of course. So I don't know. I just love that scene. It's tragic. It's beautiful. Like,
it's real.
It's real. It's like, it sucks. Like they could have,
good job at that.
They could have had a great life together. Had this, you know, she didn't know he had a tumor in his head. So like, how can you know that? So it's just
the possibility of what it could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I will go to say, like, with this season, the thing that to me kind of felt like I don't want to say a letdown, but I was like, really, is with season 1 ending with the craziest thing ever being a mass shooting plot line.
How can you top that?
And then season 2, it's 4th of July. So, you know, I obviously hope the show, and it's not, but like, you know, the show is not going to be formatted where this big crazy thing happens at the end of every season where it's like all hands on deck.
Yeah.
But I just thought there was going to be a lot more firework and injuries.
I was expecting a lot more like blown off hands.
Yeah, like there was one and maybe like a couple burns, but I was expecting more. I know that sounds so messed up, but like from the show, I'm like, oh, it's 4th of July. Okay, so the season finale must be like this, and that. And it didn't have that. Obviously, it's not the end of the world, but I was just like, I feel like I could have played in more because I would assume like the emergency room is very busy during 4th of July.
I would imagine there's going to be a lot of like, you know, drunk people like blowing their hands up for like maybe just you would expect a lot more. Like I know you're saying like we shouldn't expect like a giant kind of big events towards the end of every season, but I think we were talking about this, like there was no like season 1 had episode 8, the pool episode, had the whole Pit Fest shooting. There were just a lot of like kind of big impactful episodes. This one didn't really have that, I feel, for the most part. It was just, they had cool moments here and there, but there was just no big standouts.
Yeah.
Of anything.
So moving on, what would you rate season 2?
I gave season 1 a 9.5. For the Pit season 2, I think I would have to give it, I'm torn between an 8.5 and a 9. I think I'm going to go with the 8.5 for the season 2.
For season 2 of the Pit, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right, well,
I'm going to give it
an
an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
8 out of 10. It was still a very strong season.
It doesn't, season 1 did it better, I feel, a lot of things, but yeah.
So real quick, before the pod, we were thinking like, oh, what would season 3 be like? And I read one article, don't know if this is true, but they said season 3 is taking place in November. I don't think it's going to be a Thanksgiving episode because then it kind of just like, oh, is every season going to be a holiday?
It's possible. There's plenty of other holidays. I mean, St. Patrick's Day would be a crazy holiday to do, but
yeah, Easter,
your favorite,
whatever. But season 3 is obviously going to take place in November. It's going to be colder. I'm not too familiar with Pittsburgh on like how badly it snows, if they get snow blizzards or anything like that. I really don't know. But that would be exciting to see. It's basically snow playing into it and everything like that. If it ends up being a Thanksgiving episode, I mean a Thanksgiving season, I would be like, I guess, but I feel like they should kind of like steer away from that. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess I feel like it probably just draws more eyes to it. There's probably, I mean, who knows how. I don't know. They're probably just doing it because it just gets more intense during the holidays, so it just kind of makes sense to do it sort of during holidays. But I mean, the first season didn't do that, right? It was just
a random day.
So they can go back to that.
obviously we need Dr. King there. We need Landon. We need Whitaker. I mean, we didn't get to talk to him too much, but
he's really coming to his own this season.
just honorable mention, season 2, he really does come into his own. It's good to see him like come up like. And you know what though, I will say this happens with a lot of shows. Obviously, season 1, season 2, if the show is successful, like, you know, money sometimes hits the characters. And my biggest thing is, this is so random, everyone has great hair in season 2 compared to season 1. I know that's such a weird thing to like look at, but it's just like Robbie has a different hairstyle, like Whitaker has a better hairstyle.
Yeah,
like
he's got way longer hair.
Like everybody just like everyone's hair is just better, and I'm like, is this a product of them getting more money? Like,
can we spend more money on hairstylists and
like,
shit now?
Like, I don't know if you've ever, side note, have you ever seen The Office?
Yeah.
Michael Scott has horrible hair in season 1.
Oh, super short hair.
Yeah, it's like thinning, like, and then he got the money, and then you see like, oh, okay.
It's all coiffed
But
and
anyways,
stuff.
and then people complain about Friends too, that like you could see them getting the money and they start looking a lot different, and obviously and putting money in themselves. But anyways, that's all besides the point.
Well, do you have any like? What do you think is going to happen in season 3? Like
season 3, I mean, season 3 is with Robbie. He has to slightly turn over a new leaf. Not 100%. He's coming into work and he's like, "Hey guys," but
open up a little bit.
Open up a little more. Maybe have been like, "Hey, I went to therapy." Super random. I thought he was gonna adopt the baby.
That was big. Like, people were thinking, is he going to adopt Jane Doe? Is he not? I was hoping he was, but I was like, I could see why they didn't, because that would be a little too cheesy. But I mean, we didn't really get to get into it, but we find out again, I guess I touched on it a little bit, but it's like he does have mother issues. Like, oh wait, no, he didn't. Because he does.
No, you did bring it up.
Okay, so yeah, he does. Like, he was abandoned as a kid by his mom.
Issues, guys.
We find out in season 1 too, he was raised by his grandmother too, so it's great. He's Jewish too, so I guess. But it's like, yeah, he does have mother issues, and he does open up a bit. Like, there is a light at the end of the episode of the last season, last episode of the season. Mm-hmm. He's holding Jane Doe. He's kind of like saying, you know, there's a lot of life for you to live. You know, you'll get through this. You know, and it basically just telling the audience that he's going to be okay. That's kind of how I interpreted it. So it's like they're not gonna kill off the main character in season 2. Like,
yeah,
but
I feel like season 3, Dr. King needs to come back. Oh my gosh, who's the young doctor? Javadi.
I mean, she's
underrated.
Very underrated, but I feel like they were going to write her off because she was like, I don't know if I want to do emergency medicine anymore.
I
hope. One person we know is not coming back is Samira, unfortunately.
She's such a good character too.
But
yeah, no, I don't want them to write her off.
I don't think they will, because there's still too much to do with like her mom, her dad. They both work in the hospital.
Yeah, that's a thing.
She's got at least a couple more seasons in her, I feel.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I would like to see Landon and Santos's relationship.
Langdon,
yeah,
because that's also unresolved too. Like they don't really resolve anything. They're still kind of.
I need it to be like. I'm not saying like it needs to be like their buddy, but like maybe in season, maybe like couple episodes into season 3, like it's kind of behind them.
Maybe because
they still butt heads professionally, and like let's do something different for those characters for their story arcs.
I think one of my theories for season 3 is that they're both gonna probably get assigned a patient together, and they're both gonna be like, "No, we should do this. No, we should do that," and they're gonna have to come up to a consensus on how to work together. That's one of my theories. Okay, I think Dr. Melissa King still has her disposition. That might have to get resolved. So like, is that she?
You know what's funny then? I wonder if, since they said it's going to take place in November and season 2 is in July, August, September, October, November, it might be the first episode when Robbie's back from sabbatical.
What month does season 2 take place?
July 4th.
Like, duh. So I guess it could. So I guess it does make sense why he would. So
yeah, unless it's a year and a half later, which would be crazy. But no, I think yeah, if the article is true, season 3 might take place only 4 months later.
So I guess it would make sense. So he's probably, maybe he takes an extra month, and like everyone's all like, "Oh, we didn't think you'd come back." I mean, like, well, look at Dana. Like Dana for season 1, she's like, "I'm not gonna come back," and then she came back
after she gets socked in the mouth.
Oh yeah,
I
didn't get to see that in season 1. My least favorite character, Doug Driscoll. Screw that guy.
Yeah. So, anyways, real quick, final thoughts. It's an amazing show. Season 2, it does feel a little weaker than season 1, but I think season 1 set such a great foundation for this show. I will say this 35-minute pod episode, whatever it may be, does not do it justice. Please go watch the show. If you've already seen season 1 and 2, tell us your thoughts and what you think season 3 might be. If not, please go watch it. And then any final thoughts?
Yeah, pretty much everything you just said. Season 2 doesn't really hit the high season 1 did, but again, like this, it set such a great foundation. It just, I don't want to say it peaked, obviously, but I guess it's just how can you? It's going to be a hard season to top. So season 2 did some things not a lot of people liked, but again, Dr. Robbie was kind of controversial this season, but I feel like it does do justice to his character. But I feel like it really leaves a lot open for season 3 to kind of follow up on. So I look forward to season 3 like any other fan.
Yeah. And you know what? Some inside, Vince Gilligan, creator of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and Pluribus, since I brought his show up in the first review, he said straight up, he said, wow, the PITT writing is kicking my ass in the sense like, because he's the Pluribus and the PITT, two completely different shows, but he's just saying the writing is so incredible in the PITT. So it's just like, dude, if he's saying it's good, don't take my word for it. Go take his word for it. And like always, we will see you. And be careful when you light fireworks.
Until we meet again, please be safe.